Yep. How's your debasement day going? Your fiat and dollar debt debasement? Let's not get run over, shall we? Was trading gold a walk in the park? Join me at Queensgate for a walk in the park. How are you guys doing? Let's share this link while we are walking and talking, and do fool the algo, do the necessary. Let's do exactly that. Share the link, copy link. We are having a walk in the park after another continuation day. A continuation day, he says, on the markets. That's right, another continuation day on the markets for Goldilocks, the man with the golden gun. Why would that be, you might ask? Why would it be? Because fiat and debt devaluation and debasement is now in full swing. And of course, those that should be buying the debt are choosing not to. They're choosing something else. Yep, and what are they choosing? Gold. Gold appears to be on the menu. By the way, gold is on the biggest time frame and on a perfect HVF setup. That's why we gave it to you. It's probably the best, most liquid mover today. Platinum is squeezing tiny tight, ready to reassert again. It had run a little bit earlier, but it's not done as much. Silver has done pretty well, sneaking out, kind of keeping pace with gold without overperforming it. And here you are. You are well through the 3,400s now on gold. Don't forget that all-time high was not that long ago at 3.5, and you're getting into the heart of it. And what have we told you? 3,750 at minimum target. 3,750 at minimum target. That's right. Beautiful remains of the day, evening here in Hyde Park on another prosperous day. It's a sad fact, but as a speculator, I'm making more than a squadron of nurses in single days. It's a sad fact that that's our society. It's a sad fact that those same nurses that are vocational people with kind hearts will be paid pittances, will be devalued, will be breadline workers, and greatly underappreciated at the same time as the wolves, or should I rather say the hyenas. I actually like wolves as animals. The hyenas of central banking. Let's get this bag over here so I don't rub the mic with the thing. The hyenas that are gnawing on the carcass of your legacy financial system are making out like banditos. Oh, Espanol. Where's our Spanish community? Like little raccoon faces, only they're hyenas and they smell. And they're there at every corpse, causing the death and then feeding on the liver. That's right. The predator's ball is going down, and the decent masses that don't understand financial matters are being depreciated away. The horde, and it's a horde of people. I'm sitting here and I'm seeing joggers jog past. I'm seeing people walk past. Just another day. And I find myself asking, do they even know where we are in this contagion event? Do they have any feeling for it? Is it just things have got a bit tighter and it's all economically a bit weird and it's a bit harder and you're clinging more grimly to your job and you're not expecting to be easily hired as fast and your house won't sell and it won't fetch as much anymore and all of these things are going down? Why would it be? I wonder if they have any inkling as to the reasons. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. But now it's the guillotine that awaits us. Or not, depending who you are. And this is why we've always said it's a polarization event for those that understand and those that do not. Great to see you, Francis. 007 Hunt, the man with a golden gun. I also had a sack full of golden testicles yesterday as well, or in other YouTubes. I don't know, I'm getting my metaphors a bit mixed up here. But there's gold all over the place, that you can be sure. And it's serving us all rather well. Rudely well, and it's also sad. I mean, I can feel triumphant. I can get my dopamine hit by seeing big number go up. I may even been telling you what I was planning on doing and what I've done once I've achieved it. I didn't want to curse it by telling it up in advance, what I was intending to do. But if it does everything I expect it to do, I will refer you back to these moments in Hyde Park and just before it, starting with the Swiss franc, JPY, rolling into platinum, rolling into gold and silver, the firing order, and referring you to these moments and days where actually we're profiting. We're profiting out of contagion and collapse. It's a sad fact, but it is. The existing system is on its deathbed. The vampires are gathering, the hyenas are giggling like little witches right around the corner. They're moving in for that liver before it's even fully dead. They want to have a wee gnaw. They like the cruelty of it all. They love the cruelty of it all. That's where we're at. I'm always can be relied on a nice cheery metaphor just before bedtime, you know. The kiddies don't want nightmares. They want to be absolutely frozen in fear. Give them Francis before bed. He'll have them finding monsters under their bed in no time. I tell you what, he'll have them hearing cackling hyenas in his cupboard, in their cupboards. Anyway, so here we are. We're in the park. Travel awaits me again. I've flown in. I will fly back out. But I can tell you one thing that isn't flying away in terms of me is that nice meaty position in gold, platinum and silver. And boy, is it a dollar decay day. In actual fact, today, I'll mark this as a little clue. I think there's a decent chance that the yen may have turned. Remember, the yen was made whipping boy, being kept cheap because its rates were getting higher on the carry trade. So it needed to devalue, so carry trade not unwind. There may be the possibility of a turn in the yen, which is going to cause even further trouble for the dollar. It could cause all sorts of fun for that. You know, the conveyor belt that I told you about that runs from Japan, that provides cheap wholesale financing that goes into the American casino. If that thing breaks 141, and it looked like it was turning quite strong, if that thing breaks 141, and it was looking a little bit turny, maybe it's not, we'll see tomorrow. It's never going to be a straight line, but if it gets disorderly on the downside and we break 141, we could have immense problems. And by the way, everybody tells you gold can't go up when the rates go up. Well, I'm afraid they're wrong. Yes, the rates have come off a little bit today and yesterday. They were a little bit softer on the long-term debts, but the spike up and dollar and gold, I mean, the precious metals complex at least, will absolutely surge. To be clear, you're at 3,430 roundabout now, I think, last time I checked. You're going to go a further three. I mean, you won't have pullbacks. That doesn't mean you won't have interim level twos and a little pause. But the better part of $320 on this number is going to represent a rather large percent of gold. And you can overshoot that 3,750 target we talked about, and then having run 3,750 and maybe had a pullback somewhere in the upper 3.6s, you will have time you beat 3,750. And so what is that? We get all the people, we can't afford your devaluing dollars. We're going to have to do something about that. And you just got the trade of a lifetime, a 29 RRR, up from a 27 from our first pitch. And I'm hoping whatever you choose to do with your money, because it's a free world and it's free will, that you intend to keep building wealth in reset times, because that's the entire modus operandi of our community. It's the only way I can give service to people. I can't stop this. I can't turn the Titanic around, I'm afraid. It's beyond little old me, golden balls and all, to do that. But I can leave you in a better position. I can leave you in a dinghy with some food and a flare, rather than treading water in icy cold northern seas, waiting for the numbness to set in and the inevitable plummet to the bottom of the sea along with the good ship Titanic. Or was it the Olympic? We've pretty much decided it's the Olympic, but you know, let's stick with the normie narrative because otherwise people will get confused. What say ye? What say ye? Are you hitting the thumbs up? Have you had a good day? Who's in the gold trade? Let's have a look. Signal is really bad. Oh dear. The parks. The trades are moving. Gold-silver ratio is still elevated. Yes, because gold is the mover. Gold is the big mover. Gold is the mover as well. Silver just about maintaining the same percent, but gold is the big mover. 2 minutes to midnight, says Mikey. Yeah, well, you want 5 minutes. I don't even think you got that. GDX all the way, says somebody else. Gold stacker here. Good man, good man. They switched out the Titanic. They did indeed, sir. I can't hear what Francis is saying. That's very weird. Let's make sure. Here's our microphone. It does have a dead cat on it. There's no wind. Maybe I'll walk. Could be a bad area. Give me a second. Looks like the police are onto me already. Which one of you ratted me out? Let's get moving, see if we can pick up better signal. He's in a battery-driven car. Quietly, they creep. Let's go, let's go. So, we're hoping that the signal will improve. Some people are concerned that it's not good enough. That's my raincoat there on my head. So let's walk and talk. So, what does it mean? Well, it means substitution of a once phony or a definite phony reserve asset, the debt markets, for gold. The message never changes, guys. You're going to keep hearing the same thing from me. It's a debt-based collapse, which involves a fiat-based collapse. This man agrees. What do you say?
My mate just sent me a video of you yesterday.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I think you've met him as well. Neil
says hi. He said his mate send him. It's spam, mate. If it's me, it's spam. Someone's spamming you.
Definitely you.
Let's see.
Part 2.
There we go. Yes, it does look. Who's that? He looks handsome, I must say. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Neil says hi. There you go. There you go. They're everywhere. People are having the market sniper put in front of them everywhere. The word is spreading. Neil says hello to all you. He said his mate sent him a video. No idea who he is. I have no idea who his mate is, but he's doing God's work. Or so I'll tell you. In actual fact, it's actually what I believe. Get that message out. We do appreciate sharing. So someone listened and someone shared. That's awesome, by the way. Let's walk and talk and get out the park. Actually, maybe I'll walk a little longer. The road noise is quite big. How are you hearing us now? Quite ironic to have people running into. It's a small world at the end of the day, friends. Be good to each other. You never know when you're going to bump into people that know people, as you've just seen. This is not the first time this happens to me, by the way, as well. It happens all the time. Be kind, be friendly, and serve. And give out a good message. Give out a message that helps people get the best possible outcome out of what's coming. Because a storm she is a brewing, the icebergs are a lingering. And remember, they're all below the surface. Help the people see what's below the surface. That's what we aim to do. And yep, that looks shifty. What are you doing there, mate? What are you doing? Hey, no flashing. Anyway, so the darker parts of the park, as the sun is going down, we are commiserating about the performance of gold. Wouldn't it be nice if it would only go up some, he said. Well, it's got scope to further accelerate, and I don't think this is going to be a lengthy trade. I think it will be quite brisk. Its triggering event has been very, very solid indeed. Very single-minded. I thought there might have even been a half-assed pullback day, only on the shortest of time frames. We got peddling again. It's a one-way ticket, and you know what? The insiders have all been handed the script. They're all in the know. Don't fight it, front run it. You hear what I said there? It's an important point. Don't fight it. Don't go buy treasuries and maintain the old dog system. Don't hide, front run the big money. The big money has a problem, guys, that you don't have. The big money has to get out of bonds. And you know what? That's a nice view. They don't like because they're all part of the cartel gets angry with them if they choose to sell. You see, they're in the system. They're part of the criminality. It's a problem. You sit with a pension fund full of bonds. The UK government doesn't want you to sell. It says you need cash flow. We will lend against it. You may hold on to your pristine collateral of great worthy and note, so much so that we'll give you a certificate with a gold edge and call it a gilt. That's what they say in the United Kingdom. Isn't that beautiful? You can have a certificate with a gold trim. Marvelous, I say. Marvelous. Why did they choose gold, I wonder? Why did they choose gold as the trim, I wonder? Why not own real gold? And never mind the paper with the trim. How about that idea? Now that's a revolutionary act. If you're in the pension fund group, you certainly will not be popular for saying, you know what, I want to clear out every single shitty piece of debt instrument sitting on my fund, and I want to whale into precious metals. Good luck. You won't last long. A call from the Bank of England will come in to one of your superiors, you see. Now you are not constrained. And the elephant has to try get out of this phone box, and you are but a mouse. You can scurry in and out. There's no stopping you. You're in the cracks, you're out. You have advantages. You can liquidate entirely. That's right, and I encourage you to do so. Your pensions are stuffed with it. Get it out, get management of it. Gold is the hold. Gold is the hold. We've of course had some lovely miners do rather well as well. They are showing some goodness, but I don't want to get into the miners. I want to stay with the basics, because the central bankers aren't going to buy mining stocks. They might eventually, who knows? The Swiss National Bank ended being a tech fund. Who knows what they'll pull nowadays, but it's not typical conduct or behavior. But they will, and they will get gold. And the Chinese will look at that gold versus platinum relative valuation, which is far more extreme. It's like a diagonal line since 1969 that goes like this. Even more extreme than the gold-silver ratio. And they will go, a white gold that is rarer yet and doesn't tarnish and doesn't scratch, well, I'll have me some of that. So leave it to them. They'll pump the platinum and they'll pump the silver, and the solid-state battery markets will demand industrially all the silver that they can mine. 96%, they said, and a 20% take up of all silver supply could go up just on batteries were it happen. Now obviously it won't happen like that. No one's going to allow it. 96% of mine supply to go just on a battery, but that's where we stand. And there are batteries. I just showed you a KuCoin one sneaking up on me. Oi, oi, oi. Batteries, they've decided, is the way of the world. Why do they like batteries? Because it's like this device. It's like a Tesla. They can run power systems, secure part of the battery to power their listening features that hear what you really say when you think no one is listening, and to data scrape everything that you do. They're a mad fan for batteries. They don't want petrol run engines. You can't run as easily recording devices on a secured component of a battery that you are reserving for your spyware. No sir, no sir. They love and are committed to batteries. So what are you going to do? Did you take the trade? How many of you took the trade? Jack Daniels and Coke time, says Light and Darkness. Good, he's seen the light. He's running from the darkness. BlackRock tells 20% BTC, you got 30% gold. Yeah, it sounds an idea. Sober mind times. Yep, Samsung now car battery weighs nothing, and gives a range of about 6 times the current. That's the new car. The Samsung is part of that solid state battery revolution. That's right. It's getting really good. It's getting really chargeable. Of course, I say don't have a battery car. Partly because of the notion of an EMF frying your rectum is just a very bad idea. There's already been cases of cancer in that nether region where the sun don't shine. I'll stay on an ICE engine, thank you very much, a while longer. I'll let other people take that vaccination. As usual, I'll pass that by. I'll pass that by with a skeptical eye and buy some more gold, buy some more platinum, and buy some more silver. How much are you making? Anybody got rich? Anybody got a little wealthier? A Francis question, what car? Ooh, I like cars. Got lots of cars in mind. Maybe an Octa Defender. I quite like the big Range Rover. Feel a bit like a sports car every now and then. A Dakar 911. Only I want a GT3 engine in it. If Porsche won't make it, I'll do it myself. Of course, I won't do it. I'm all thumbs. I'll pay someone to do it. But that's all fun and games. You should only do that once you've got your metals, your stack. Should be this high off the ground. Then you're going to be good. You're going to be golden, as they say. He's golden. He is golden. So let's see what your comments are, because I'm really just saying hello. I haven't got anything new for you apart to say more of the same. As we said, so it goes on. Is Goldilocks's notes worth my time? I would think so, if you're referring to me. Our electric company, whoops, let's go back to that company. Our electric company, JCP&L, wanted to install a smart meter in our home. And I said, no thanks. Very good move. Never mind smart anything. The only person who should be smart is you. Everything else is surveillance, monitoring. That's right. Technology of surveillance and monitoring over you. Let yourself be smart. Let everything else get the hell out. XRP is good idea. The thing with these cryptos is they can rug pull you. They could trade it. Don't love it. Don't marry it. Keep drawing out. I like your haircut. Well done. You're very smart. Incredibly funny. He's incredibly funny, I would say. Greetings from Dorset. Dorset, how are you doing? Beautiful place. Been down there, love it. I drove actually one of those mobile home units. I've got a story for you about Dorset. All the way down from St. Albans, all the way down to the south coast, picked up one of these RVs. Recreation vehicles, I think the phrase is. Massive one. And we had to get to a caravan park far away, way down the finger of Cornwall somewhere. We were running out of time, and they told us if we aren't there by time, we won't be allowed in, because they don't want them driving around late at night, still to get set up. So I ended up driving this RV with a dog and my daughter in it, like a bat out of hell. At every speed bump I hit at about 160 k's per hour, the drawers that are normally fastened burst open and all the cutlery spewed out, like someone had just smashed into the back of me, like a tour bus had just smashed into the back of me. I almost crapped myself every time. I remember driving that bus like a bat out of hell, right across the south of England, up and down the Dales, hurtling that thing. I don't know how I didn't roll it and end up in a field upside down. The dog was most distressed by this. I took a dog and my young daughter in that. It was quite a high adrenaline junkie drive. I did that, finding my way, realizing that Cornwall was quite far away. I'd underestimated. Lots of little lanes that weren't made for big trucks coming at 120 k's per hour, with lots of little cars and ponies getting rather startled. So it was a bit Asbo, I have to admit. Which, for those that aren't in the United Kingdom, is antisocial behavior order. It was a little bit naughty, but nonetheless. Anyway, we got there. It was a great stay. Cornwall and Dorset are beautiful. Welcome to the UK, my friend. Yes, I'm just leaving. I've just arrived. I'm just leaving. $39.27, says someone, on silver. By the way, quick heads up. The man with the haircut says, quick heads up, China is trading already deep in the 40s. It's got into the 40s, not today, but 2 days ago. when we were still trading the upper 38s. Now that's a milkshake that Z is busy drinking. He's drinking up all the Western. He's doing this. He's sucking up all that cheap Western silver, selling a bit to his local producers for $2 quick change. That can't last forever, friends. You see, we're getting price discovery in other nations and other countries. And actually, the West is turning out, like I've always said it was, a discount window. That's right. Have you utilized the discount window that is currently open? Believe you me, the Chinese aren't waiting to be invited any further. Silver, 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 silver. Silver and gold. What else do you say? How tall are you? 6'2". Hey Francis, do you think the stable coin play will extend the life of the bond market? Only a tiny bit. So someone said to me, a similar story by the way, Rachel from accounts, which is the Chancellor's name, which is basically like the Treasury head for Americans. Rachel from accounts here in the UK is going to sell all the Bitcoin that the United Kingdom has chanced upon. That's probably confiscated from tax dodgers and drug dealers and everything else that they've been accumulating. It's going to sell. That's how they're going to kick the can down the road. They'll sell all the Bitcoin and get £5 billion. £5 billion. Now, to some of you listening, that sounds like a big number. £5 billion. You think you could get on for quite a long time on £5 billion. Well, the good ship Titanic here in the UK spends 226 billion just running their national health service. Selling your Bitcoin is not even a can kick. It's not even waving your willy in someone's face. It is so puerile. It is 2%. 2.2%. 5 billion is 2.2% of what they spend in a year on the National Health Service. 8 days out of 365. You will fund just the health service for 8 days with that once-off mega fireball, all Bitcoin gone sale. So, when you ask me, will the treasury markets be sustained forever because stablecoin? It was number 14, I think, in the number of buyers. China's at 850 billion. What's the market cap of stablecoin? Japan's at 1.1 trillion. That's 1,100. And if they stop buying, which China certainly has, Japan is a bit of a captured story. I've alluded to this before. Treasury, the fact that there's a buyer in stable coins, they're going to have to start pumping that stable coin number real big. And where's the money going to come from? That's going to start buying USDTs, which is suddenly going to start buying treasuries. Why don't they buy gold? Now you see, that's the wrong kind of question. They won't like that question. Some nice cars. I like walking around and spotting the nice cars. There was a Roma in black with painted shields. No, not sufficiently. Does it help? Every little bit helps. Does selling Britain's Bitcoin to plug holes in their budget from Rachel of Accounts, the Chancellor, in other words, the financial or the CFO of Britain, a la the Treasury head of the US, it will help. How much will it help? You need a whole bunch cheaper health service. You need a whole bunch less migrants to put in hotels. You need a whole bunch less socialist welfare payments to meaningfully do anything that a once-off piddly 5 billion is going to make any long-term meaningful difference. All it means is every last chandelier has been peeled off the ancient and old Grand Hotel and sold for shekels and pennies to try hang on as a going concern for a few days more. When you're making a loss and you're in contagion and spilling, it's all futile. It's all futile, it's all too big, it's all too inevitable, and it's called mathematics. And treasuries will not be bought on a sufficient volume by stable coins to hold back the tide. Never mind if some of those bigger nations start selling or even stop meaningfully buying. So what other questions do you have for me? I am available for a few minutes more. Are you hitting the like button? 618 and less than 200 enjoy. Oh dear, I'm doing badly today. Hi from Wales. Hello Wales. I'm hoping Morgan gets a run for the British and Irish Lions this time. Francis, what will you visit? When will you visit Toronto? Toronto. That's why every time I hear Americans or Canadians speak, it's not Toronto, it's Toronto. It's Toronto. I don't know if I'm coming to Toronto. Nobody want to invite me. Nobody love me there except you. I need people to like me, love me, and say, we want you. And then I will come. I will come. I will spread the message in person. I will preach at the Sea of Galilee. Biblical Francis will start making a comeback. We've got to be careful now. Yeah, what else? What's your opinion about FLR, F-L-R? In our community, a chart was shared. Hit the link below, find out more. It is, of course, associated with XRP to some degree. Maybe see you in Panama. When is the fiat rug pull? I'm concerned, as I've said, for the coming period, August, September, October, and the contagion thereafter. I am watching the yen. I think that could be one of the themes for contagion. We still have the biggest sell-off till now, not forever. I think it could get a lot bigger and worse. That was August last year, so who knows? Maybe it's an annual comet that comes around. Don't forget! By the way, this is what I love. Oh, by the way, yeah, FUD, banker FUD alert. Listen to this. A new San Francisco, what was it called? Was it even called Mansion something or other? They found a way to create gold with mercury. They'll be able to create, for every kilo of mercury, a kilo of gold. They've cracked it. Alchemy is here. It's like the Ghana has got 1 gazillion tons of gold. They found it. It's like the Winklevoss twins of face ache origination, only to be thrown out by the Zuck. A comet of let me tell you what's going to happen. I was just joking with certain community friends in a group. A comet, they're going to find an astronomical comet of pure gold, already refined, 4 nines. It's going to be, no, 5 nines. It's going to be 5 nines, pure gold. And its trajectory is on Fort Knox. It's literally going to crash right through the fucking door into Fort Knox. I'm telling you. It's going to take the whole fucking building with it, and there's just going to be a lump. There's going to be a lump where Fort Knox once stood of 5 gazillion tons of already refined pure gold. All your deficits solved, mate. Debt problem? What debt problem? It's going to happen. The FUD that I'm hearing, this fusion, alchemy. Isn't it funny? There's all this fake science starts popping up. It reminds me of the, hey, you know what, wing, wing, that one. I think you get it. I think you're with me, or there's so much amazing new science and findings on gold all of a sudden. You would think maybe that a bunch of known liars are telling lies to try discourage retail from securing their futures by buying gold. Wouldn't you know? I mean, but you would have to be a conspiracy theorist You'd have to be anti-science to think that, wouldn't you now? You'd have to be a tinfoil hat nut job to think that. But fusion and alchemy is here. Gold comets are here. Gorillions of tons cheap found on the surface in Ghana, somewhere you can't verify. Now that's believable. That's believable. I call it banker FUD. It's the anti-gold FUD stream. You're going to hear more of this, mate. You're going to hear there's no such thing as scarcity with gold. It's a millions. Oh, we can only laugh. It's so funny. Fusion, alchemy. It's all happening. We're just having these awakenings. Western Precious, I think it means Wheaton Precious Metals, is a streaming company that follows the gold chart with leverage. My favorite miner. Yep, royalty companies should do well. All should do well. Is a shadow bond liquidity, BTC, but not of any great size yet. What is the scale of USDT? Look at its market cap. XRP flipped it by market cap. Maybe, who knows, maybe it is not. What is certain, the system beyond 2032 has less than 50% chance of surviving. You think you got that long, friend? Geez, I'll be happy to get out of August through November without Mark II or banks taking all your money, the Russians hacked. You'll be shocked at how quickly and out of the blue things will come. That's not to say they have to. I'm just saying, on balance of probabilities, it's more possible than many are giving it credence. If you think you got till 2032, I'm happy. I can relax. No one's going to steal my shekels, my digital shekels. As Gerald Salenti says, when all else fails, they take us to war. Of course, he's 100% right on that. Gerald is on it. He's no fool. Stable coins, maybe a shadow. Yeah, I've heard all of this, guys. Who wants to talk about... Anyone not wanting to talk about stable coins going to save the treasury market? That's a big fail. I'm sorry, guys. You know, you really have to understand scale. Somebody write down the current market cap of the USDT. Is it trillions? Is it 10 trillion? Is that where we're at? No. Is it more like 100 something billion? Okay, that's nothing. Okay, the entire market cap of the USDT couldn't run the National Health Service for half a year. Okay, please, perspective. I know it's all B's and T's for you, but it's important. The numbers, the maths, it gets important. You have to pay attention. You must stop now. It's a bit like saying, but I'll bring all my coppers. Can I buy your car? No, mate, you can't. You can't. And even if you bring your mate's mate with all his coppers, you can't. And even if you bring all the cousins that you interbred with and brought all of them and all of their cleft palate kiddywinkles and all their coppers and their piggy banks, you can't fucking buy my car, okay? It's maths. You don't have it. You don't fucking have it. All right, no more. I've had it. I'm angry now. Okay, let's understand maths and numbers. Where do you see the dollar target? Target for what and when? Down. All of them. Down. Dollar, double down. You got to say against what? Gold? It gets big. The number gets big. I've got geometry already through 10,000. Where do you... stream is so choppy. I'm sorry. Seems like the stream is choppy, he said. I wonder why. This is the blue sky. Where's Musk? Where's Starlink? Skynet. Give me Skynet. More technology, more surveillance technology, please. My people can't hear me. It's coming. It's coming. Beam me up, Scotty. It's coming. Okay. Well, with that, have an amazing evening on gold. Gold's buying you tonight's beer. It's going to buy you tomorrow's beer. It's going to buy you beers all week, all month, And then at the end, it's going to pay for your Christmas. It might even put you in a nice old age home where someone will wipe the drool out of your gob. You may even get a pretty nurse. Who knows? It's going to do a lot of good things for you. It's going to do a lot of good things for you. God bless gold. You see, truth can't help but out. And lies, corruption, and fraud can't help to be exposed. And they're trying to mask it. You pet rock fanatics that have pumped this metal, you collapse the financial system because of your fanaticism. You're a right winger, you're a racist, you're an antiseptic, if you know what I mean. Anytime you reject a Ponzi scheme that's designed to impoverish you, you're quite likely an antiseptic. My new favorite term. Anyway, thanks for checking in. We'll keep you updated. I'm going to go play with my lion friend all the way from Africa. And the zebra. And that was a gemsbok. How many of you knew that? Also known as an orange. All these can be hunted on the plains of Africa. And now you have a golden gun. You have a man with a golden gun. Goodbye for now. Enjoy your evening. Catch you later.